Okay, so 2-4 has a couple of tricky things in it. This first room is pretty easy. Just hit the switch and run right through the room. And go in the door. For this next room, I have one egg already from 2-3, but if you need an egg, you can actually tongue them through the ceiling. Just up tongue and then jump a little bit afterwards. Or a little bit after you start the tongue. So press Y and then press B a little bit after, and Yoshi's tongue will go right through the ceiling and grab an egg. You can grab a couple eggs if you want them, because this trick can be a little bit finicky. But we're going to do a gate hack here, which is just a way to get through the gate from the opposite side. So I try to jump when Yoshi's head touches the middle of this door. It's not super precise, but you just want to make sure that Yoshi hits this gate with momentum. You don't want to jump late and like hit this wall down here. So when you hit this gate, it kind of knocks it in a little bit and makes the gate hack more consistent. So then I throw an egg up. I just do a short tap of A while holding up, and then continue holding up for a little bit afterwards. The timing for this is fairly lenient. I think I did it a little bit on the early side here, but you could do it almost up until Yoshi hits the ceiling and it will still work. It's a fairly lenient timing. And the gate will just open from the opposite side. And then I tongue one of these Shy Guys and spit it into the rest of them just to get them out of the way. I also make an egg here. You don't really have to, but you could probably make a couple eggs if you really wanted to. So here's the other tricky part of the level. This is the perfect flutter. So you're going to do a jump, and then around the peak of your jump, you're going to let go of B and re-grab as fast as you can. And then move to the left a little bit and try to approach this ledge with some rightward momentum. That's not only faster than hugging the wall, but it makes the perfect flutter more likely to work. You can let go of B for up to 4 frames, I believe, and it's still possible to get up here, but I find it most consistent to try to do a 1 frame regrab if you can. So just let go of B as fast as you can, and that just makes the timing for it, you always have the same frame window if you regrab for 1 frame. If you regrab for longer than that, you'll have to do the regrab a little bit earlier as well. So as long as you're letting go for the same amount of time every time, it makes this trick a lot more consistent. I believe it's 5 frames if you let go of B for 1 frame. The actual timing of when you let go is 5 frames, assuming you approach this ledge with momentum. Then just run through to the right and go through the pipe. Oh, I should mention, if you don't want to go for the perfect flutter, you can grab one of the ghost Shy Guys back here and upspit him so that he lands somewhere in here and then just bounce off the Shy Guy. It's a little bit slower, but it's better than trying the perfect flutter a bunch of times and failing. So moving on, these flames don't really have much of a hitbox. Just don't hit them in the middle. They can only hurt you if they're like pretty much perfectly horizontal, so as long as you're running right full speed, they'll never hit you. Then here, you just want to flutter under this boo, and then do a few chain flutters to make it across. If you're not comfortable chain fluttering, then you can ride the log, but I do recommend trying to get comfortable with chain fluttering because it's useful a lot of other places as well. So here, we want to have 5 eggs coming out of this room, so some of the eggs you can just jump into, but you can also up-tongue these higher eggs. You want to up-tongue just a little bit to the right of the egg, and it will fling it forward to the right, and then you don't have to slow down at all to get it. Then go in the door, jump over this mid-ring, and here I do what we call a double tap jump. So you press B twice very quickly, and then the second time you press B you want to hold. And you'll get a jump that isn't very high, but you'll still get a lot of distance on it. And this will keep the screen from scrolling so high that this platform loads in too early. If it loads in too early, then it'll just be at a weird point in its cycle and it'll be hard to get across. So this just makes it so it loads in a little bit later. And now it's easy to get across. So now we're going to fight Bigger Boo. Main thing to think about in this fight is you just want to throw eggs as perfectly right as you can. Because if you throw them too low, they'll bounce off this wall and against the floor, and that'll create 2 stars, which will create a lot of lag. So I throw 3 eggs against this wall, then jump up here and throw 2 more. Try to avoid the bats. They are RNG, so they can get in your way. Just tongue them if they get in your way, basically. And that's it for 2-4. Thanks for watching.